This guy is apparently stalling or something. 8-7 suited, I'm gonna have a hard time folding if one of the bigger stacks open. This guy is like a massive nit. If he opens, it depends on his sizing. If he opens small, I'm probably gonna defend, but if he opens like close to 3x, I'm gonna have to fold. And I'm gonna have to fold against all the shorter stacks as well, because I can't really be flatting 20 big blinds deep. But like if this guy opens, I'm definitely gonna be either 3-betting or I'm probably gonna 3-bet this guy. It's such a beautiful hand. Like even if this guy like 3x's, well yeah, I remember now, he 4x's. I'm gonna fold here. Like I just can't call. I can't really 3-bet because I just don't know what this 4x means. But in general, when random fish 4-bet, it's pretty strong. Sorry, I keep saying 4-bet. Try to say 4x, obviously. And yeah, that's me trying to mark him as a fish, but the holy manager is bugging and making it pretty hard to make notes. Queens is a pretty obvious open. I got almost 400 hands off this guy, but I have no recollection of ever playing with him before. I will after this hand though. It's a pretty hilarious one. That's the kind of a flop that a lot of people would check to trap, because we have top set, blind versus blind, 20 big blinds deep. And if the flop was like queen 7 deuce rainbow, or like even if the jack was like an 8th or something, I think it's a pretty okay spot to check and try to trap. But given how wet the board is, I think it's just a lot better to bet, because people always get more aggressive blind versus blind in general. If he's got some sort of piece, I think he's going to be just shoving quite a lot over my c-bet here. Or he could be floating. If he's got like a random gut shot, he's going to be floating. He could be floating total air. Or, you know, people just spaz so much. And there's so many ways people can somehow have connected with the board that I think it's a pretty good idea to just c-bet here. If I c-bet and he calls, I think I could definitely be checking some turns. Like if it's a brick turn, I think it's a decent idea to check, because if I bet, I'm gonna be committing myself, and he basically should be folding draws. But if I check, he's gonna be jamming them. But that doesn't happen. I c-bet. I think that's a pretty cool amount as well, given that I have the top set. Kind of want to make sure that if he's got like, if he somehow has like a pair of 6s, he didn't want to jam pre, I just want to make sure he calls. If he's got some kind of straight draw, I just want to make sure he calls. I don't know. I think that's pretty good sizing. And in the bottom left table, I open king queen. This guy flatted from the big blind. I make a standard c-bet. There's no reason to make it any bigger than this. I could probably make it even smaller, like 265 even. That's actually a bit too big, in my opinion. Yeah, this guy clicks it back. It's pretty hilarious, given that I have the top set and he can't have jacks either. He's repping either a set or some kind of draw. If we were like 4k deeper, I would just call here, because I think that there would be a pretty good chance that he's bluffing, because people love to click it back, bluff in position, kind of putting me to the test. And that's a good play in a lot of cases, because imagine if this guy had 9k behind and I had something that wasn't upset. If I had like ace jack or something, I'd be like, it would kind of suck. I mean, I would still jam, but for a lot of people it would definitely suck. And if I didn't have at least second pair, it would definitely suck for me as well, because like, what can I do? Even that his line is kind of repping shit, it's still pretty hard for me to commit, and there's like no amount I can raise to and then fold. Sorry, that was my alarm clock. Kinda sucks that I haven't even gone to bed yet, but it's gonna be a long day apparently. Yeah, so yeah, if we were deeper, I think I should just call here, let him bomb the turn or whatever, but given that he's not really leaving himself any folding equity, I don't think that's gonna be a bluff that often. I just jam. And he ends up making a call with a 3. It's a pretty interesting call. He's drawing dead. I mean, that's just just a really horrible call from him pre-flop. He should fold pre. I don't know what to do. Like if I was this guy and I got to this flop with my hand, I don't know what I do. It sucks so much. I'd probably call and like fold every turn if I was betting too, but you definitely shouldn't be playing that stuff.